Okay, so a couple hours ago, I saw this video from a live stream Steven Crowder had done, and it kind of gave me the idea to touch on something, which is apparently I think it was after the Rittenhouse trial was over, or they had already decided on the verdict. Someone actually tried following the bus with the jurors in it. Yeah, I'm not joking. And when they were confronted on this, I think they lied or said they weren't intending on following the jurors, but I think the implication was something to the effect of they were trying to find out who the jurors were so they could dox them or they could later interview them and say, how could you acquit Kyle Rittenhouse or blah, blah, blah. And that is more or less the belief now. And for the record, I actually can believe it because I'm pretty sure it was, I can't remember if I said this already, but it was CNN who did this, and they are scum. I mean, don't get me wrong, Fox is scummy too. I mean, I despise them with an acrimony that should be reserved for Disney, but yeah, no, Disney wins that acrimony, unfortunately. But anyway, so CNN there, and the thing, this is what kind of annoys me about leftists in the media now and media outlets in general. They have become a rat on steroids, or they're trying to be. For those of you who don't know what the fuck a Marat is, back during when the French had their abortion of a revolution, there was this guy named Marat. Scummiest piece of shit you will ever find in all of France. And believe me, that is saying something concerning how a lot of French people acted at the time. I mean, this was a generation of frogs who put heads on pikes just because they were in a bad mood. Anyway, Marat had a journal called The Friend of the People, ironically enough. And in it, he went on vitriolic, paranoid rants, called for mass murder. He would say, oh, well, if we just cut off a few hundred heads, everything will be fine. And then when it wasn't good enough, he racked it up to being, oh, well, maybe if we just cut off 1,000 heads, it'll be good enough. Like, any slight rumor was good enough provocation for him to slander the king and queen. Like, one time he heard a rumor that the king and queen were having a party, and while they were on their way in, the queen had trampled on the revolutionary flag. Now, this is just a rumor, and he felt it pertinent. He felt it worth writing about and publishing in his paper, this rumor. I'm pretty sure this led to the death of a lot of people in Versailles, because people were already pissed at the monarch by then, and they forced the monarch and his wife to come to Paris where they would never leave alive. Well, they tried to, but it didn't work. Another thing is Marat, he caused some people in a prison to be murdered and struggle snuggled. I'm not joking. He caused... what happened at the time was France was at war after they had become a constitutional monarch, or whatever the fuck their government was at the time. When the king was no longer the one calling the shots, and the people were, they were at war with a couple of different countries. And it looked like the people that they were fighting were going to win. So Marat encouraged the citizens of France, of Paris, to go to this prison to kill these people, because if they were freed, they would enact their own form of retribution on the people for all the shit they had put these noblemen through. That was basically what happened. And this all happened because of Marat. Now, I say CNN is trying to be like him because I'm pretty sure there are some laws that prevent them from saying some of the shit Marat said. He called for violence at any opportunity. The press in America can't do that because I can't remember the exact details, but I think freedom of the press was undiluted in France at the time. So Marat was free to say whatever the front flipping fuck he wanted. And they can't do that here. Now they can do other stuff. They can sow division. They can cause racial divide, gender divide, all that good stuff we've been seeing them do for the last couple of years now. And, yeah, they're doing it for their own personal gain. So, yeah, fuck them. So, yeah, and I say the left is like this also because they are like a combination of the French Revolution and the Russian Revolution. They would kill I'm pretty sure if they thought they could get away with it, they would kill someone. They would kill someone and laugh about it afterwards. So yes, fuck the left. Like the right, I'm not that fond of either, but yeah, fuck the left in various different ways. And I don't mean in the fun way. And I'm assuming it's consensual when you do that, but you know what? Fuck it. So yeah, they did this, and it's just like this is political intimidation, and it's not going to get any better. Like, I do not see the left stopping this. They have shown time and time again they do not want to be civilized. They do not want to be reasonable. It's either you're with us or you're against us. They're acting like a bunch of children throwing a tantrum constantly. And I think it's high time someone walked up and spanked them. Now, if they enjoy it, then don't. But yeah, these are children who are misbehaving, and they need to be shown. And you need to go up and go, bad kitty, or bad puppy, or whatever, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, bad people, bad boy, bad girl, whatever. That is kind of where I'm at with these assholes. They are. And the most annoying thing for me is they act all righteous, like they're just doing their job. Like, I don't know about you, but I am aware there was a time when CNN pushed pseudoscience, the same as Fox about video games, so I'd already have a grudge against them. This just added to it. And they were going to dox someone or make their public address known. And you're asking, well, how can you prove they were going to do that? They were probably going to show up at their house, cameras in hand and microphone in hand, to inquire as to why they pardoned this guy. And people would have found their address eventually. Either someone at CNN who aligns with Antifa would have leaked it, or Antifa would have found another way to get their hands on it. And Antifa and BLM would be harassing these fuckers day in and day out. So yeah, fuck Antifa, fuck BLM, and fuck CNN for doing this dipshit move. Seriously, what the fuck were you thinking? Actually, I don't even need to know what you were thinking. You're CNN. Retardation is your bread and butter. So yes, if you work at CNN, kindly fuck yourself. If you support CNN, you do you. That's not really my problem. But yeah, this is kind of ass, and I do not see this getting any better. I see this getting worse and worse. Like, is it just me, or are things getting worse out there? These things that I loosely classify as people, they are sociopaths. They are psychotic as far as I'm concerned, and they need to be put in a mental institution, assuming we still have those. Anyway, that's something I just wanted to talk about. Actually, no, I have some more to say. It is kind of disturbing to see this continue, because history has shown what happens when the mob takes control of a situation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look at the French Revolution. They kept on killing people left and right for the most stupid, bullshit reasons. Complained about the price of bread? Off with your head. Complain about the line to get said bread? To the guillotine. Feeling sympathy for the monarch and his wife? To the guillotine. Like, any little transgression or complaint or anything out of the norm that the revolutionaries did not approve of, they would put you into the guillotine. And the trials were a farce. I'm surprised they haven't tried that yet. Like, I am still amazed Kyle Rittenhouse was let go. Like, I thought this kind of tomfoolery would have been used to blackmail the jurors into saying guilty. But that didn't happen, and fuck me, I'm not sure which is worse. The fact that Kyle Rittenhouse could have gone to jail, or the fact that him being let go, has arguably stirred the shit worse than I thought possible. Actually, no, not worse than I thought possible. I knew it was possible, because as I've said a few times in my life, things can always get worse. But fucking hell. And what else? Oh yeah, I'm just wondering when we get to the part where there are bombings, mass shootings. Oh wait, we already have those at school. Never mind. And actually, they kind of like, the left has become like a cross between the French revolutionaries, the Nazis, and the communists. And believe me, you do not want to resemble any of the three. All three were unstable. Leftists, if you hear this, you've somehow made it this far into the video, stop it. Get help. Or at the very least, get a hobby. I find hobbies very useful for getting out of politics. Like, I find politics morbidly interesting, but fuck it, it's not worth spending more and more of your time. Anyway, I think that is where I will be calling the video. Have a nice day. Fuck Antifa as always, and remember the game was rigged from the start.